gentle breeze, mountains calling quietly. Every road leads somewhere new, a story waiting just for you. Follow the sky, follow your heart, every moment shines. Welcome to Hakone, where every journey blooms across the lake beyond the hills. Beautiful memories begin. Welcome to Harina Hugh.
彫刻の森の美術館にお越しのお客様、こちらお降りください。扉口には段差組み
Golden skies and oceans blue, little moments shining through. Every journey leads us to another day with Arena. See you soon.